Have you ever wondered why some people seem to move ahead financially while others struggle to make progress? Welcome back to Empower and Thrive. Today, we're exploring some common financial habits that could be holding you back, and more importantly, what you can do to change them. This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. Many of us grew up with certain habits and perspectives about money that we never questioned, and in some cases, it's because we simply couldn't afford to make different choices. But the more we understand these patterns, the more we can take control of our financial future. Before we jump in, a quick note: this list is based on observations, not rules, and there are always exceptions. We know that not everyone is in control of their circumstances. However, recognizing these habits could give you an edge in shifting toward financial security. We know that a lot of you are on your way to prosperity and need just a few tweaks here there to get you to your goal. Please know, this was all done in the spirit of helping and to spur self-reflection. So let's jump in. Here are 15 things poor people do that the rich don't. Number 1. Spending too much time on TV and entertainment. If you know more about celebrity gossip than investment opportunities, it might be time to reconsider how you're using your time. Let me explain. Celebrity gossip and buzz offer no value to your life. It only serves the celebrities. You might say, but I'm watching a new cooking show from Korea, which is a really fun show, and it helps me disconnect. That's exactly the issue. You disconnect from your problems instead of dealing with them. There are rare occasions where, in the words of Bertrand Russell, time you enjoy is not wasted time. Before we move forward to the second item on the list, let me bring up the much-used excuse to watch TV, watching the news all day. You might say that the only good reason to watch TV is to be aware of what's happening in the world and stay informed. The problem we're seeing with this is that TV stations are always biased in order to pick their own agenda. Instead, use a news site or something to get a quick glimpse of what the world is like today and move on. Don't waste your time on someone else's agenda. Number 2, relying on cheap, unhealthy food, namely fast food. I totally get it, eating healthy isn't always easy, especially when fresh, nutritious options are expensive. Fast food is convenient and often the only option when money is tight. But poor nutrition can impact everything from energy levels to long-term health, making it harder to perform at your best. If possible, small changes, like cooking at home more often, can make a difference over time. Even simple meal prepping or swapping out a few processed foods for fresh alternatives can lead to long-term savings and better well-being. Number 3, shopping based on discounts instead of value. Bargain hunting seems like a smart financial move, but buying something just because it's on sale isn't always the best strategy. Sometimes investing in quality means spending less in the long run. However, when money is tight, it makes sense to go for the most affordable option. The key is to focus on value, buying fewer, better quality items instead of accumulating things just because they're cheap. A well-made pair of shoes that lasts 5 years is a better investment than a cheap pair that wears out in a few months. Number 4, waking up late. Many successful people wake up early to get a head start on their day. If you're staying up late watching TV or scrolling through social media, you might be sacrificing valuable morning hours that could be used for productivity, planning, or personal development. Even waking up 30 minutes earlier can give you time to journal, set goals, or read up on financial strategies. Number 5, poor people are really into sports. Let me start off by saying go Dece, Melbourne FC, for those who don't know. And remember, this is observations, not rules. But in all honesty, watching sports or binge-watching shows is enjoyable, but if it takes up too much of your time, it might be a distraction from bigger goals. If you're serious about financial success, dedicating time to learning new skills or improving your financial literacy could be a game changer. Consider swapping some screen time for market research, or maybe starting a productive hobby like a YouTube channel. Who would do that? Number 6, neglecting personal hygiene and presentation. This one may seem minor, but in a professional world, first impressions matter. Good hygiene and grooming can impact job opportunities, networking, and overall confidence. This isn't about expensive clothing or luxury brands, just making sure you present yourself in a way that helps, not hinders, your progress. People tend to take you more seriously when you take care of yourself. You may hear the stat that poor people supposedly shower less than rich people. However, while that may feel true, it turns out poor people actually shower more often. All in all, just maintain good hygiene and you should be good to go. Number 7, poor people tend to blame others for their misfortune. How many people do you know that have some sort of excuse or blame someone else for them not being successful yet? There are some things that are out of our control, but 99% of your life is on you. Remember that you are in charge of your life. Adopting a mindset of personal responsibility can make a big difference in your success. Rather than focusing on what's wrong, ask yourself, what can I do today to improve my situation? It's a small shift in thinking that can lead to big changes. Even if the steps are small, taking action gives you more power over your financial future. Number 8, not having savings. This one is tough, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. It's not always possible to save, but even setting aside a small amount each month can create a safety net over time. Having some money put aside gives you options when unexpected expenses arise. Think of savings as paying your future self first, even if it's just a few dollars at a time. Number 9, using credit cards or taking out loans for non-essential things. One of the main differences between rich and poor is how they make use of credit. Credit can be a useful tool, but taking on debt for things that don't increase in value can create long-term financial stress. If possible, aim to use credit strategically, like for investments or emergencies, rather than for lifestyle purchases. Before using a credit card, ask yourself, will I still want this purchase in 6 months? If the answer is no, it might not be worth the debt. Number 10, poor people tend to have more kids and have kids earlier in life. The truth is, kids are really, really expensive. Did I mention just how incredibly expensive? If you're living in one of the more developed countries, raising a child will cost you approximately $250,000 per child, and that's just a baseline. Having a solid financial foundation can make a huge difference in providing your kids with the best opportunities in life. If you're thinking about starting a family, planning ahead financially can reduce stress and give your children a stronger start. Number 11, avoiding regular medical checkups. Healthcare costs can be a major burden, but avoiding checkups can lead to bigger expenses down the road. If affordable healthcare options are available, taking advantage of them can help prevent more serious health issues. Prioritizing preventative care can save money and keep you healthier in the long run. Number 12, spending money before earning it. If you rely on future income to justify current spending, it can lead to a cycle of financial stress. A good rule of thumb, if you can't afford it comfortably today, it might be worth waiting. Avoiding unnecessary debt helps keep your financial future flexible and stress-free. Number 13, surrounding yourself with people who aren't financially ambitious. The people around you influence your mindset. If your circle encourages bad spending habits or discourages ambition, it might be worth seeking out new influencers who inspire growth. Find mentors, books, or even online communities that align with your financial goals. Number 14, failing to follow through on ideas or potential. Many people have great ideas but never take action. Execution is what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. Taking small, consistent steps can help turn ideas into results. Every single person alive only has 24 hours per day, and yet some do a lot more than others. If you dedicate yourself to learning and implementing more about what you're passionate about, it's only a matter of time until you reach success. Number 15. Poor people believe that others should help them reach the top. The world doesn't owe you anything. Nobody does. Believe it or not, you're in this by yourself. You are in charge of what happens in your life. At the end of the day, financial success comes down to personal effort. Support systems can help, but ultimately, taking control of your financial future is up to you. The goal here isn't to shame anyone, it's to bring awareness to habits that might be holding you back. We all start from different places, and for many, the financial struggle is real. But small changes over time can lead to big results. We're curious to know, what things do you believe poor people do that the rich don't? What would you add to this list? Until next time, keep thriving.